Jack,
Yes, Brian.
we're trying to make some money for this podcast, right?
Amen.
That's right. So we try to do sponsor bits. That doesn't always come through because you tend to stumble every once in a while. You don't take it
Well,
seriously. You're not as professional as I am. But there's another opportunity. There's another way to make money, and it's obituaries. There's big money in obituaries.
how do you mean? Oh, there's big money in obituaries? What?
People are they want their loved ones' memories to be talked about and cherished, and they're willing to pay for that. So if you can read an obituary, get it out there, and honor the loved one that's gone, you can get paid. But you have to be serious. You have to be professional. This is an obituary, Jack.
Okay. Yes, of course. I
Okay,
would be nothing but I wouldn't make a joke about someone who's just passed on with a grieving family.
of course not. So we've got some obituaries our agent got us. If you read them,
Ooh.
you get through them. You take it seriously and give it the gravitas that it needs. We're going to get some money, Jack.
Yes, finally turning a profit on this thing. This is great. Okay, let's do it.
I'm sending it to you right now.
Okay, great. And then I'll just give it a read.
Yeah,
And
give it a read.
what's that?
Yeah, give it a read.
No, I'll give it a read, and then I'm gonna read it just to myself real quick, and then I'll
Oh, you
I'll
no, no,
read it
no,
a
no,
lot.
no. You gotta read it cold. You don't know anything about the obituaries business, Jack.
No, I guess I don't. What do you? Why?
There's no pre-reading. You gotta get an obituary out there. Get it out. So as
Okay.
soon as you get the obit, please start reading it.
Okay, I've just opened it and tell me to go.
Go.
Elizabeth Edwards Bendel, aged 92, passed away surrounded by beautiful flowers and exotic trees, possibly while in the sweaty embrace of one Tucker Nielsen, aka King Tuck, who police would like to question regarding a recent. Oh God, King Tuck, who police would like to question regarding a recent geriatricide at the Botanical Garden. Geriatricide, who police would like to question regarding a recent geriatricide at the Botanical Garden.
Geriatricide, Jack.
Thank you. On April 16th, 1951, Elizabeth married the love of her life, Curtis Bendel. They were a pillar of love and faithfulness to their family and community for almost 60 years. Friends called the two the dynamic duo, and then, after Curtis passed, the dynamic uno. Elizabeth was a loving wife, mother, sister, friend, and member of the Spencertown Book Club. She was blessed with the gift of hospitality and always quick to offer a piece of taffy, cigarette, or a swig from her flask to friends and strangers alike. Despite her advanced age, Elizabeth was in peak health. She played pickleball every weekend and often took long walks in. And oh, my jaw hurts. And often took long walks with her beloved dog Saddam. Elizabeth delighted in turning strangers into friends. Oh. Her favorite pastime was striking up a conversation with someone she didn't know. In no time, through the magic of her personality, it was as if they'd known each other for years. Elizabeth's 1998 Oldsmobile station wagon was a familiar sight on the streets of Spencertown. Whenever she saw someone walking, she'd slow down to see if they were okay and ask if they needed a ride. It's that kind of desire to help that resulted in Tucker Nielsen, aka King Tuck, sitting in the front seat of her car, according to video footage taken from the toll booth security cameras. On Saturday, Elizabeth and some of King Tuck's DNA will be interred at Pine Hill Cemetery in a small ceremony. In lieu of flowers, please find that son of a bitch. Oh God. She's a pickleball player, apparently.
Pickleball. It's a sport.
Yeah. And
It's a
after
form.
pickleball, she'd take Saddam for a walk.
Yeah. And yeah, but I guess we're not getting paid for that one. It's
Sorry.
all about respect,
Hmm.
gravitas, seriousness. It's somebody's gone, Jack. Somebody's loved one is gone.
I know. I'm sorry. I truly mean no disrespect. I haven't read this, so it's kind of a surprise to me.
Obituaries need to be read cold. That's how you get the true spirit of the obituary, Jack.
Okay, if that's the rule, if that's what being a professional is, then I want to do that.
All right, I'm sending you a second one.
Okay, I hope I do better. I will do better. Forget I
Please
hope.
do. Please make us some moolah.
Yes, I'm the master of my body. I can control this. Okay, I'm just clicking refresh. There it is. Obit number 2.
Uh-huh.
I have just opened it. Am I ready?
You please go.
Okay, here we go. Ignacio Magnifico Martinez, aged 33, died unexpectedly on Thursday after a churro magnifico, an 1,800-pound bull he was fighting, placed a horn, backed by a tremendous amount of force, into and through Ignacio's abdomen multiple times over. Friends and family take comfort in knowing that Ignacio died doing what he loved, which was slowly torturing and killing cows for public spectacle. He loved the pomp, the ornate costumes, the cheering of the crowd, and he absolutely delighted in thrusting a razor-sharp etoque into the body of terrified, agitated creatures. This was Ignacio's 37th bullfight, so he was no stranger to the sport, but he was a stranger to a bullhorn penetrating his abdomen, large intestine, small intestine, stomach, spleen, gallbladder, and colon. Although the gasps of the crowd, of thousands of unfortunately drowned out Ignacio's last words, one can only imagine they were something like, "Ay caramba, there's a horn in me belly," or some variation of what you might say when your digestive system is violently exposed to sunlight in front of spectators. Bullfighting was Ignacio's one sole passion, and for that reason he never married or had children that he claimed. But that didn't mean he was ever alone. The ladies of Madrid loved themselves a matador, hence the expression, as happy as a matador. As any of the gossip columns will tell you, Ignacio leaves behind a plethora of ex-lovers, ranging from celebrities like Maria Garcia Oberon to virtual unknowns like lady who sat next to me on the train. Ignacio's body will lie in state in the center of Madrid Municipal Arena as soon as we can get Churro Magnifico out of there.
Okay. By the way, it's
Don't take it.
humpy as a matador.
Humpy as a matador?
Yeah, not happy.
Oh,
Spanish expression.
hence the expression, as humpy as a matador. Jeez.
Doesn't matter. You didn't, it's not
Then
like you
yeah.
didn't give it the gravitas it needed.
Yeah, see, that almost feels like one of those traps designed to make me laugh. It almost feels like I'm set up to fail when an expression as humpy as a matador would be placed in an obituary.
Yeah, it's a Spanish expression. We don't come up with these expressions. These
Okay,
cultures create their own expressions.
I don't want to insult anyone's culture. I'm sorry.
I just sent you another obit, another
Okay,
chance for us to make some money, Jack.
okay,
Please be serious.
I will. If I
Gravitas,
read these, gravitas,
sad,
respect.
respect.
If I could read one ahead of time, I wouldn't. I'd be able to say humpy as a matador.
It's not how you do obituaries. And
Fine, here we go.
start
All
it.
right, I just got it. Daria Hemingway died Wednesday at her care facility in Glendale after a brief illness. She was 76. Kiki was an actress and appeared in a 1966 episode of Gilligan's Island, where she played Woman in Bikini Number 3. She was very proud of her performance, which involved walking in the background, 30 to 40 feet away from Gilligan's Island star Bob Denver. Quote, "He was such a wonderful man," Kiki would tell friends and family and anyone else about Bob Denver, despite only sharing a passing glance with him while walking to the set from the makeup trailer. It was on the set that Kiki realized the Hollywood life was for her, and she continued to pursue more roles with incredible amounts of passion and enthusiasm, all to no avail. However, that did not stop her from cherishing her appearance on Gilligan's Island until the very moment Satan stole her breath. Although she would occasionally suggest that she was related to famed novelist Ernest Hemingway, that was not quite as quantifiable as the fact that she did appear in an episode of Gilligan's Island, and so it was to this fact that she clung, making certain all in her presence, including baristas, were well aware. In addition to her passion for appearing in a single episode of Gilligan's Island in 1966, Kiki also enjoyed working in an accountant's office for 30 years, which she did to supplement her income from appearing in a single episode of Gilligan's Island in 1966. "I love accounting," she would tell people, "but it doesn't compare to show business and working with greats like Bob Denver." Kiki leaves behind 3 ex-husbands, her cat Skipper, and her son Gilligan Hemingway, who recently changed his name to Bruce after a lifetime of abuse from peers. Kiki will be cremated on Friday, and in accordance with her wishes, her ashes will be distributed on Gilligan's Island, which is a soundstage in LA.
Just it would just be nice to get paid once.
Okay. Well, first of all, my heart goes out to the Hemingway family. Kiki sounds like an awesome, accomplished woman, and she's in our thoughts and prayers tonight. All right, here's the next one.
You got it? This
Yeah.
is a biggie, Jack. This is a biggie.
Okay.
Famous person.
Oh, famous person. Okay, I've
Who
just opened
wasn't
it.
right. Yeah.
Okay. Michael Collins died in Naples, Florida Wednesday after a battle with cancer. He was 90. Collins was one of the 3 members of the historic Apollo 11 mission in 1969. While fellow astronauts Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong entered the history books as the first humans to set foot on the moon, Collins circled above them in the Lunar Command Module. He was not bitter about it. "The moon is for pussies," Collins told Time magazine in 1977. "Man on the moon? Who cares? I was there too, way above those jokers. I was doing the heavy lifting while those prima donnas pranced around in moon dust and took selfies. Whatever. I had work to do. I'm not bitter. Buzz is a silly name." Collins seemed nonplussed about being called the forgotten astronaut just because he never set foot on the moon. "They can say what they want," Collins told People magazine in 1981. "Without me, those losers wouldn't have had anyone to take them home. They'd still be up there, frozen. Try taking one small step for mankind when you're out of oxygen, bucko. Eat a bag of dicks, Neil." Collins spent much of his post-NASA years giving speeches to smaller groups of people who wanted to see an astronaut speak, but who didn't want to pay the speaking fees for an astronaut who had actually walked on the moon. His speeches centered on the thrill of spaceflight and the joy of circling lunar objects, but not actually ever touching down on them. In a 1997 interview given to People, exiting an Atlanta Piggly Wiggly supermarket, Collins said, "I just want to tell you it doesn't bother me a bit that my footprints aren't on the moon. Not a bit. I got to fly around it. I saw more of the moon than those pricks could ever dream of. One giant leap for dicks." Collins' last public appearance was in June 2002, when he told patrons of a Nashville Waffle House that he didn't want to walk on the moon anyway because the radiation makes you gay. He's a hero. I
Yeah.
love the man.
Third man in at the moon.
At the moon.
He's a legend, but you didn't necessarily honor his memory, and I don't think the Collins estate is going to send us a penny.
Damn it. There was probably some money there too. I mean, I know he's not getting the good speaker fees, but still.
There's got to be something.
You
Even
know,
like a moon rock. I'd take a moon rock.
sure, something to go to eBay with. Doggone it, man. I'm sorry. Sorry, everybody. I didn't want to disrespect anybody.
Next time, Jack.
Next time, Brian. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
That's the end of the episode.
Yeah. Review us and all that.
I mean, unless you're the Collins family, then you go review Andrew Heaton's podcast.
Yeah, good stuff. Andrew Heaton's podcast.
Yeah.